There's breaking news that George Zimmerman, who was acquitted of the murder of Trayvon Martin very recently, I don't remember exactly when, it's a case that was in national headlines. George Zimmerman has been arrested by Lake Mary police. Jeff Weiner OS, who covered that's his Twitter username, he covered the Zimmerman trial start to finish. He is reporting Lake Mary police confirmed George Zimmerman in custody, police investigating a possible domestic battery on Sprucewood Road. Now, if you hadn't been following it, and I don't blame you if you haven't, Shelley Zimmerman, in an interview, George Zimmerman's estranged wife, indicated that she actually told George Zimmerman she was leaving him the night before he shot Trayvon Martin. And this was kind of a new lens through which we could see the anger and the kind of state of mind of George Zimmerman on the day that he got out of his car and went up to Trayvon Martin, and that eventually led to the situation where he shot Trayvon Martin dead. And now we are learning a lot more about that situation. And the Associated Press is reporting that Shelley Zimmerman called the police, saying George Zimmerman threatened her father with a gun. So I can't tell you that I'm surprised about this. I think that it's abundantly clear the type of person that George Zimmerman is. If you didn't really put the pieces together from the trial itself, now that we see that, again, with a gun, forget about the 2 times he was pulled over for speeding, right? Everybody speeds. That's not a big deal. Not everybody goes out with a gun and threatens their wife, soon-to-be ex-wife's father, because they're upset. According to Jeff Weiner, he threatened Shelley Zimmerman's father with his hand on his gun. And per Lake Mary Police Chief, Shelley says George Zimmerman made threats with hand on his gun and battered her father. This is days after Shelley Zimmerman filed for divorce, and about a week or 2 after Shelley Zimmerman did this interview where she indicated that she had actually, she was in the process of leaving George Zimmerman right when all of this with Trayvon Martin happened. That's the story as of now. I'm sure there will be more information. And, you know, we've heard from the jurors. We've heard from one juror who said she really didn't like the way that it went, and she arguably was bullied into the not guilty verdict that eventually came back unanimous. More information about George Zimmerman in custody again for something involving a gun just weeks after being acquitted of the murder of Trayvon Martin. What are your thoughts?